I'm Stephanie Bryan, I'm 23 years old, I've got PKU and I did a film when I was 8 years old called Stephanie and Friends. Stephanie and Friends is about children living with PKU.
My name's Thomas Johnson and I am 32 and I have PKU.
I'm Emma Harbage, I'm 19 years old and I've got PKU.
My name's Tom Shimiak, I am 21 and I have phenylketonuria, or PKU for short.
Having PKU has not affected my life at all. I haven't done anything differently to what I would have done if I hadn't have got PKU.
Absolutely not at all, and I've not let it hold me back either, which I think is the key.
There's lots of things I'd like to be. I'd like to be a nurse.
I want to be on top of the pops.
Be a vet. I'd like to be a pop star.
What happened to the pop star?
I couldn't sing, that was the crux in that plan. Tone deaf, that didn't happen at all.
No, I said I wanted to be a vet. But I did work experience at a vet and I saw an operation. I didn't see much of it because I almost passed out.
So then I decided to go on to Staffordshire University and do experimental film production because I thought I was quite quirky, quite different, so I thought I'd try it.
When I was at sixth form, I decided that I was going to go into nursing. I sort of was someone who made quite a last minute decision about what they wanted to do.
I always think that the fact that my levels were low and I think my head was probably a bit clearer and my concentration was better, so taking on a new challenge seemed to be something that I was ready to do. That's when I decided to go into doing my nurse training.
I got my degree in hospitality business management, started to work in hotels, doing an operational role, so sort of in various departments of the hotel.
Finished school, then I went on to do my A-levels, then went to Birmingham University and I did psychology.
I've come to university now, I'm at Leeds Trinity and I'm doing sports and exercise science and sports nutrition.
Since then I've been working at the Children's Hospital as a support worker for metabolic families and people with PKU. I'm also training to be a counsellor, so I'm doing that part-time at the moment and hopefully doing my Masters next year as well.
And then I qualified in 12 months ago in September and got a job on intensive care at Birmingham Children's Hospital.
I did a foundation course in acting at Birmingham School of Acting, and then since then I've done a few jobs in community drama with some kids from foster homes and some theatre and education performances.
And then at the age of 21 being offered a part-time lecturing job on the course that I've just completed was quite surprising.
Then I went off travelling for 3 months and then decided that I actually wanted to change industry when I came back because I'd loved the travelling so much, and I now work for Virgin Atlantic.
I did gymnastics from about 7 years old. Now my main sport is rugby. I play for a Premiership side. I'm also in the England under-20 squad.
I've never come off diet. I've always ran levels of about 100 to 300 because after 300 I start to notice concentration lapses. I become a lot more fidgety.
Why mend something that's not broken? The diet has always worked really well for me. I've always felt good on the diet. I've always been really healthy.
Obviously, I actually stopped diet when I was sort of 17, 18.
I've never come off diet. Obviously, sometimes I've had higher levels, but everybody seems to notice, especially Faye and my mum. They always say you're so moody. I get really emotional, I get really tired and I have headaches and stuff.
It's just so easy being on diet, it's not a struggle.
If my levels are high, I can sometimes tell that my concentration's not quite as good as it should be.
Had my levels been lower, things might have happened earlier for me. I might have done my training sort of 10 years previous to when I did. Instead of 29, I might have done it when I was 19.
I know what I feel like when my levels are high and I just know I wouldn't want to feel like that all the time.
But I came back onto the diet and to be monitored when I was 22, I think, 21, 22.
I just think with this diet, as long as you stick to everything, you're as normal as anybody else.
Especially during exam time or when you've really got to focus, we really look after our diet and we think, okay, well, let's lower it even more to make us feel even better.
I wanted to be the best that I could be, particularly doing the job that I'm doing. The diet gives me that.
You're just a better person when you're on diet, I think.
I do weights 3 times a week, fitness twice a week, and then skills, and then we play on a Sunday, and then there's university games which are on a Wednesday.
It's just about being a bit more organised, so like if I'm going out with my friends I'll be like, oh, where are we going to eat?
Now I get to travel all over the world, and I just have to make sure I'm a little bit more organised than anybody else might be, just making sure I've got my supplements with me, and anywhere I'm going to I'll just contact the hotels, etc., to make sure that there's going to be some sort of appropriate food, etc., meals whilst I'm there, and so no, it doesn't hold me back.
As long as you stick to diet and as long as you continue with it, then you can be perfectly normal on the outside and the inside, in terms of there's nothing wrong with you.
There's a lot more in the way of support out there now, so go to local events, meet other people in the same position and share your experiences.
And if you be yourself and you embrace it, then there's no reason why you can't achieve anything that you want in life.